Hi guys, it's Kate 2132. I got back from my trip yesterday at around like 12 or 12:30, and uh so my friend was taking care of my pets, and she couldn't take care of them for the last 4 days, so I said, okay, that's fine. Um I had my 3 geckos in here, which are actually now 2 because Spot is missing. You guys might say, oh, I don't sound pretty sad or angry, but today is really more the angry, like I'm really pissed. And yesterday I just let out all my sadness, crying and worrying, and oh my gosh, it was just horrible. It was a horrible way to come back home. But pretty much, it was like 2 weeks that I was gone. I like fed them a whole lot before I left, and I don't like to leave food in their bowls because like the mealworms always crawl out and they bug them and crawl all over them and stuff. They could escape from the big tank at least. So I didn't leave them food in there. And they turn into pupa anyway. And so, my cat, I just told her to give them food and water. Geckos, just water. They would be fine. In the last 4 days, I told her, because she couldn't take care of them, I told her just make sure the geckos have water. And my cat has a full bowl of food and water. And I also had these 2 jumbo bowls, which were like that wide. And then like that deep. And I told her to fill those both with food and water, each with food and water, and just leave them out. My cat should be fine. So during my trip, I think I called her a few times. Yeah, I called her a few times, and she didn't answer. I was like, okay, maybe, because the time is different in Indonesia and China. So I was like, okay. So I left her a voicemail, and I told her, just in case the key to the garage isn't working, the garage door over there, I gave her the combination to open the garage, just in case. I doubt that it happened, but just to be on the safe side. And then I also told her to email me because she wouldn't be able to call me back because they don't have Sprint all the way in Indonesia and China. And so I was calling from this app that my mom had, and so she wouldn't be able to call me back. So I told her to email me. I gave her my email. I never got an email from her. I got no news whatsoever. And I kind of worried, even before she didn't, answer her phone or anything, that I felt like something was going to go wrong. I don't know what, but, maybe one of them would die or escape or, cat included. But I don't know. I was just worried, and when she didn't answer her phone, she didn't send me an email that just, I was questioning her, really, just one email, that's all I want. I just want to check up on my pets. I'm kind of worried. So nothing from her, so I come back. My cat was kind of scared first, and then I guess that's just because we came on him suddenly, and his food and water was empty, complete, and it was only those bowls out. The big ones weren't out. She didn't use them. They were exactly where I left them, which is inside that thing over there. Came to the geckos. Sunny was fine. George was fine. Where's Spot? I have no idea. I was crying so much. I just couldn't find her, and I was panicking. I remember on the 3rd night I built this tank and I had them in here. There was only Velcro on the bottom and nothing on the sides, and Spot was escaping, and I woke up in the morning and I found her half hanging out of there. She was bleeding, and it wasn't a whole lot, but she was squished, and it was because the heat from the lamp was bending the plexiglass, because that is plexiglass. And so I was thinking what could have happened to her. Maybe she died and she threw her away. Or maybe, she caught George and Spot fighting and she got scared and she took one of them out and took Spot home, which I doubt she would do. Or Spot escaped. And it was obvious she escaped while the girl was taking care of them. Not this at the same time, but within the days she was taking care of them, because when I came back the tank was fully closed. I went to her house today. I picked up my fish, and her brother was there. She wasn't back yet, and he was like, oh, I don't know what happened to the gecko or anything. I just knew she was taking care of someone's pets. I didn't know what it was or anything. And so I've been like trying to think, smart, where she could be. I know if she did escape, she would want to go to a dark place and just stay there. And that's pretty much all leopard geckos. If she did escape by any random reason, I checked the sides for blood or anything like that, any sign. Nothing. They all look completely fine. If anything, she probably escaped, like, the tank was open, maybe. She left it open, and she came out, and the next day she came, and she just wasn't in there. She didn't find any urge to let me know. I don't know where she is, and I'm